Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mario Pedro Gould, and you are now tuned into the Alpha Success Television Network. Gosh, I just got home after a 12-hour ride on slippery, treacherous Western Canada. And as I was going on my journey today, coming back from a vacation, I asked the Lord to make sure that I get home in one piece because I have something that you have to hear. The topic of discussion today is self-responsibility, a foundational cornerstone of success, which unfortunately many people do not have. What do you mean by self-responsibility, Mario? By self-responsibility, I mean self-responsible. Your ability to respond in a positive manner when shit hits the fan. And to respond in a manner which I call self-referral as opposed to other referral. Self-referral is when you take ownership of whatever happens in your life, whatever goes on in your life. You are the captain of your ship. You take ownership of it. Other referral is when you blame Tom, Dick, and Harry, your spouse, the government, the slippery, treacherous roads, the bad weather, for anything that goes wrong. So I got a classic story that's going to drive this point home. Classic story. I'm on the highway driving, and I'm talking to one of my favorite lady girlfriends, and we're just going, having a phenomenal conversation. 1 hour, 2 hours, and then all of a sudden, from the corner of my eye, I see a car in the ditch. Okay, in slippery, treacherous Western Canada highway, and I'm like, oh shit, you gotta call me back. You gotta call me back in 10, 20 minutes. I gotta do something. So I hang up and I turn my car around and I come back and I park the car across the side of the street and I come to the lady and say, hey, what's up? What's going on? You seem to be in a little dilemma. She's stuck in the middle of the boulevard, like in the ditch with snow everywhere. She's not going anywhere. So we start talking, and I ask her, "Hey, what happened? How'd you end up in the ditch?" And she tells me, "I was driving, and the semi in front of me had an ice bag that left the semi, and when the ice bag left the semi, I swerved, and I ran right into the ditch." And I was like, "Oh, damn. Is there anything I can do? Can I help? Is there anything I can do? Because I'm concerned about her. This is in the middle of nowhere." And she says apparently she's called, a tow truck, and we try to get the car, can't move. And she says the tow truck is coming, and I tell her, okay, stay in the car, leave the engine running, stay warm. It's pretty cold out here, okay? And I hope everything happens well for you. So I jump back into my car, and I take off, and I get back on the phone with my favorite lady girlfriend. And, we're talking, and for about half an hour, and then I hang up the phone. And the moment I hang up the phone, it occurred to me that the whole time I had been driving at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour in a 110 zone. The reason I was driving so slow is because the roads were so slippery that moving even faster would result in you ending up in the ditch, because I kept seeing a lot of cars in the ditch. And right then and there, I remembered what that lady who was in the ditch, what she told me. I asked her, how did you get into the ditch? And she said, it is because of the truck that was ahead of me. Snow fell off the truck and I drove into the ditch. And it hit me right there. The reason she ran into the ditch, it wasn't because snow fell out of a truck, it's because she was driving too fast And by the time the snow fell off the truck, she didn't have any time to respond. So she fell into the ditch. But her first reaction was to blame the truck ahead, blame the driver ahead for causing her to end up in the ditch. Ladies and gentlemen, self-responsibility. How do you respond when something happens to you? So, unfortunately, this lack of self-responsibility is what prevents people from manifesting, demonstrating a life of success, health, love, wealth, you name it, whatever it is that you want. When you blame somebody else, other referral, when you blame somebody else outside of yourself for something negative that happens to you, then there's nothing you can do about it. You've given your power away. But when you look inside yourself, when things go wrong, then you have taken power because you can do something if it's something that you caused. If it's what somebody else caused, there's nothing you can do about it. So for this week, I would like to leave you off with one thought. If you didn't get anything else out of this, I need you to just take this one thought home. What is the one thought, Mario? The one thought is, when things go wrong in your life, look inward before you look outward. Practice self-responsibility, and you too can take charge of your life. See you later, alligator.